What's going on, everybody? So I did so much thrifting yesterday. Good Lord, did I do thrifting. I literally filled every inch of my truck, spent about 600 bucks and just packed my truck. So I figured, you know what? I can't make videos for all this stuff because it would take forever. So I'm gonna do my top 15 picks from yesterday, not including stuff that has been already shown in a couple of other videos I did, but my top 15 picks from yesterday, and we'll get into it right now. This is kind of cool. Superman. That's a wobble clock. A wobble clock makes you sound like that they made a clock, it was defective because it wobbled or something, and they're like, well, we can sell that anyway. Let's call it a wobble clock. No? Awesome. All right. I didn't look any of this stuff up. I'm just showing stuff I enjoy finding. New River Crew. Oh, cool jacket. I love finding jackets like this. Just got that old 80s vibe to it. Or more like 90s maybe. Those decades, they can get you messed up. I love finding this type of stuff. Just this leather, like Sherpa type of lined jackets and vests, and I love that. I won't be a Pillsbury Doughboy today. That's what I'm talking about you. Oh, let me get that up there. It doesn't fit around my fat head. Can I even get a little bit on there? There we go. We got a little bit. All right. I'm the Pillsbury James boy. All right now. Got 3 of those boogers. Pillsbury James boy. Love finding affliction stuff. I still wear some of this. I still have several in my... This is a 2X large, a little big for me. But a kick-ass piece. The Heat. I'll have to look up his name. I don't know his name. Is that like a MMA fighter maybe or something? I have one with Testament, the band Testament. If you're not a metalhead, you probably don't know who Testament is, but I have one with Testament's logo on the back, which is cute. This item I like just because. Just because. To me, it really had no meaning, and that's what I got a kick out of. At least I don't know if it has a meaning. So, to me, it has no meaning, and that's what I get a kick out of. I'm on a boat. I'm on a boat. I have this thing about... Guess a little bit. Just common logos on just plain shirts. So you got the Reebok logo, just dead set in the middle of a red shirt. I'm always attracted to shirts like that. This, I love grabbing these. In-N-Out burger shirts. I usually always sell those when I grab them. I've eaten at an In-N-Out burger twice maybe in my life. When I've gone to Arizona, I think it was, and then maybe Nevada, maybe Las Vegas. Did I got one? I don't remember. So I ate there a couple of times, and I really enjoyed it. Now, is it something that I would enjoy constantly? I don't know, because before Chick-fil-A's were in St. Louis, and I would eat those when I was traveling. I thought they were the shit. I'm like, man, the spicy chicken sandwich, I love it, I love it, I love it. And then when they got here, after about 3 or 4 more sandwiches in my belly, I'm like, you know what, this is kind of overrated. There's really nothing special about this sandwich. And then Popeyes came out and kicked everybody's ass, which today is the 30th. And I believe it is November 3rd, which is a Sunday, I think. day Chick-fil-A is closed, the chicken sandwich, spicy chicken sandwich at Popeyes is on its way back. Yes! That's gonna be awesome! I was eating those things before everybody else was all over them. I was eating those things when you could walk in and grab them. Because they were good. I'm a big spicy person. Winchester. A vintage Winchester snapback. Winchester stuff sells well. I saw this yesterday and I like it. It's a cool jeweled up women's long dress. It's huge. If I had boobs, I'd be wearing this. But when I just see it, I mean, the time it took, I guess, to just stitch all those jewels on. They're not glued. They're got threads going through them, holding them on. Now, I'm newer into women's clothes, so when I saw this, I'm like, kick ass. And then it was still new with the tags. I looked up the brand, could not find the brand anywhere. I saw the price tag and immediately thought, this has got to be way overpriced, right? I don't know. So I don't know what's going to go in the store for. Probably closer to around $100. That's what I'll put it in for. But just the work alone and the colors just pop. So I had to get that. Ended up paying $7 for it. These I got at the Goodwill outlet, some old Lionel Train stuff. And I missed the engine. Somebody else snagged the engine before I saw it, so that sucks. But I got the coal car. I didn't find any of the pieces that were supposed to go under there. And I got the power supply. I didn't get the engine. That sucked ass. Sucked ass. This was kick-ass. If I was a basketball fan, I'd wear it, but I'm not really a basketball fan. But it does remind me of my favorite shoe, the black and red one, Jordan 1s, when he was playing for Chicago. So, here's the dirtier pair. So, there we go. Haven't wore these in a minute. I do have one or two more pairs of these brand new in the box still. Up there. And stacked around other places. So there we are. Nice. See, I can't wear this. I can't wear this just because it matches, because I feel like a poser, because I'm not really a basketball fan. I was a Michael Jordan fan, of course. I was more of the shoe fan than a basketball fan. Of course, I totally respect what he did on the basketball court. But to me, shoes is art. And so I have a huge respect for the shoe side of his thing. This I have not looked up yet. I don't even know if the dude still plays for the team. Super Bowl. I guess it's Packers, right? 52. And it's all sewn on. When you find the jerseys with the sewn numbers, those are always worth more than the ones that are just printed. So we got a Reebok on field size 52 NFL jersey. Paid $4 for it. This came from the outlet, so probably around 50 cents I paid for it, but I love this. Donald U. University. Backside. I love Disney stuff, but I love when I find that type of Disney stuff. Another love of mine is satin jackets, no matter the company. Deluxe, that looks to be the check printing company that prints your checks for you. So no logo on the back, just a little one on the front. Made in the USA. couple items left here. Pair of old ponies. Why would I put this in one of my favorites 15? They're probably not worth much, but this is not about what value-wise. This is about maybe value-wise and or motion-wise and or color-wise, tickles my fancy-wise, whatever the case may be. I got this thing for pony shoes. When I was young, couldn't afford shoes. My toes literally go underneath each other because I had to wear shoes that were too small for me as a kid. I've told that story in some of my shoe videos, but my thrifting people probably do not know that. And so I would wear tennis shoes with my toe sticking out of them. And because my parents couldn't afford shoes. I wanted these when they came out. They were like 50 or 60 bucks. I don't remember exactly. And there was no way in hell I was ever going to get shoes like this. I ended up getting some suede Pumas instead. And then, because they were at, I think I got them for like 10 bucks at Kmart or something like that. Maybe 20. So I wore suede Pumas. After the suede Pumas wore out, I was able to get a pair of ponies. Got a pair of high top ponies that had the similar colorway to the Jordans, but they were ponies. At that point, I was like, man, I felt like I was just fronting. I mean, I had these ponies that were the same colorway, but they weren't the Jordans I wanted. And I'm like, man, I ended up trading them to a friend. I don't even remember what I traded him for. I just wanted the ponies gone because I didn't want to keep being reminded that I didn't have the Jordans. And so now, whenever I find ponies, it just brings back memories of wanting Jordans and how now I can have any shoe I want. And it's a cool feeling. That's probably for my thrifting people, that's my obsession with shoe collecting is I didn't have shoes when I was a kid. My parents couldn't afford them. My toes were sticking out of I would literally sit in class at school. My toes sticking out of the shoes, they're just beat to hell. I would take a pen and start taking apart my shoes. So they would literally fall apart. And then my parents would have to buy me a pair of shoes because mine fell apart. So that's my obsession with shoes. Last piece. I walked into the thrift store and this was sitting on the counter. Had a $20 price tag on it, so I bought it. Haven't looked it up yet. But it's autographed by some old school. I'm guessing they're old school because the Sweet Lou, I think he's old school. Harlem Globetrotters. I don't recognize any of the names besides that one. So I'll have to do some research. Sandra? She's recent, ain't she? I don't know. Ain't a woman, is that Sandra? I guess so. Ain't a woman on the team kind of newer? I'm not sure. I'm not a big follower of them, so I don't know. I know my mom always wanted to go see them. And I did offer to take her once before she passed away, and she didn't want to go. She refused to go, so I don't know why. But the basketball's from 1990. I'll have to figure out when the signatures are from. So there we go. So instead of putting you through like 2 hours of videos with just bread and butter stuff, I figured I'd pick my top items out of what I picked all day yesterday, and it turned out to be 15. So my top 15 items of all the stuff I picked yesterday. So there we are. Thanks for watching. And thanks for liking, supporting urban-picker.com if you want to buy anything. If you want to share my videos, I will not be mad at you. I will thank you. And comment, like, all that good stuff. I am almost getting monetization turned back on. Yay! So, thanks everybody. Later.